Hey everybody, welcome to January's studio vlog. I just wanted to check in with you at the beginning here and catch you up on what's going on. So today is January 3rd. I am in the process of doing too many things for any rational human being to be doing at the beginning of a new year, but that is just the reality of the beginning of 2025 for us. In case you are new, my name is Jenny. I am a textile artist and I have a studio based in just outside Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. My family of two sons and my husband and myself are moving mid-January. And we have been slowly moving things over to the new place over the last month. And I'm leaving for Indiana, USA on Monday morning, very early Monday morning. And I'm going to be going there for a residency and an exhibition of my work that I made in collaboration with Indiana artist Jen Brommel. So this timing is very wacky in terms of being mid-move, and by the time I get back, we're going to be 5 days away from moving all the furniture into the new house. And so this month is really very chaotic, and just to put a cherry on top of that, I had decided to launch my Patreon this year. So I've got a Patreon that's launched with a book club and an artist book club. If you're interested in that, the link is down below. We're starting off by reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. I also am offering extra content over there. I think a lot of the extra content is going to be house related, but also I'm hoping to create a special video about the residency that will probably be on Patreon, but I will be including snippets of the residency in my monthly studio vlog, which I always do on YouTube as well. So yeah, I just wanted to catch you up. That is my life right now. I am a little bit overwhelmed, I'm very excited to have this opportunity and to go somewhere new and to meet some people that I've known virtually for a really long time and I'm finally going to meet in person. But also the overwhelm of the rest of my life, inevitably is kind of taking some of the excitement, like diluting it slightly. So yeah, that is what's going on. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to film and be as engaged with this process as possible. I have to go to the studio. I think I'm going to go tomorrow to pick up the work that I'm going to be doing at the residency and just to check in with my studio because I haven't been there for 3 weeks, I think. So yeah, I won't be there until probably after the move, to be honest. I'm not sure how much of January I'm going to be there. It's just so, as if you've ever moved into a new home and you know how time consuming it is in terms of cleaning, organizing, settling in, wrapping up things in your old home. It's such a busy time. So I'm hoping to get there, but I'm not sure how much studioing will be in this studio vlog. I think maybe this residency and exhibit opening stuff will be the main part of it, and then you might get a couple other snippets of something else, but we'll see how well I do. Anyway, welcome to the studio vlog, and thank you so much for being here, and Happy New Year. So, checking in from Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the Kinhouse Residency house. It is Tuesday evening. So, I've been here now for about almost 24 hours. The flight yesterday, the flights were, it was a long travel day. As happens when you're traveling, but especially when you're traveling in the winter, some weather occurred in this area, and so the local airport reduced the amount of planes they were accepting that day. And so my second flight got canceled. So I flew into Chicago, and when I got there, found out that my second flight was canceled. This is the first time this has happened to me. I know this has happened to lots of people many times, but it was the first time it had happened to me, and certainly, traveling solo. So it took a while to get that sorted out, and with some help from Dave from afar, and just trying not to overreact. I did feel very overwhelmed at times in the process of getting it worked out, but I knew that allowing those feelings to kind of overtake me was not going to be helpful at all. So I just tried to stay calm for as long as I could. Once we got it sorted and I got a boarding pass for it was a 6:20 flight. I then had a 6-hour wait in the Chicago airport, which was a long time. And I don't think that I settled into my situation enough. I walked around a lot. I did eat, but I ate snacks. I didn't really have like a meal, which I think I should have done. I just didn't feel hungry. I've been up since 4 a.m. And I just wanted to get here. And so today I've been feeling a little rough. I think I did let myself sleep in this morning. But I certainly have felt a bit rough today, had a bit of a headache. So just not like as optimal as I would have wanted to be for today. But I still really enjoyed the day. I got to spend time with Kaylin, and then Jen came up from Indianapolis, and we all went to the gallery and set up the show, which you will have seen some video of. Not the complete show, but we pretty much set it up completely, but it's not. There's a few things left to put up, the signage and stuff like that. And then for the afternoon, the rest of the afternoon, I just came back here and kind of nursed a headache, but also start doing some stitching once I started feeling a bit better. So I'm going to give you a tour of the house for sure. I'm going to do that tomorrow when it's lighter out. And there are 2 studio spaces in this house, which I will show you, but I don't think I'm going to be using either of them, maybe, but I pretty much set up in the main part of the house. So I've got the dining room table set up, which I'll show you in a bit, for tomorrow morning for my planning session. So I'm going to kind of write and think and sort and get my 2025 planner completed. Oh, I hope you can hear me. I wasn't covering the mic there. Get my 2025 planner completed and just sort out like the first quarter, I think, for myself. And I also found Susan Sontag's book on photography here, which is an essay collection. And I wasn't actually able to bring the nonfiction book that I wanted to use for research with me because it didn't come into the library in time. So I thought it would be fun to read through that book. I don't think I'll read the whole thing, but I thought I'd read maybe 1 or 2 essays and see if I could pull anything from it, anything inspiring, anything that I feel would be good to, just to stimulate that part of my brain a little bit. And then over here on this table is the 2 projects or 3 different things, but 2 separate projects that I brought to work on when I'm here. I started off with this larger panel. I think should definitely be able to finish that tomorrow. And then I'll get started on my, this one here, which is my studio panel for 2025, which is a house block that I found online, which I think I've shown, if you've seen my vlogs before, you will have seen me working on that, sewing it together. So I'm just gonna do the stitching on it while I'm here. And then I have a smaller yellow piece under here that I can work on once the bigger one is done. And these panels actually have to be done by, I think, January 20th. So I'm cutting it a little close, actually. I was really prepared. I had the other piece all done, and you know, moving and packing and all those things, so just delayed me doing this hand stitching. But I'm not that worried. I think, you know, all I need is like maybe 2 days of like just sitting there and stitching all day and watching a whole bunch of movies, and it'll be done. And I have also tried to resolve myself to the fact that, you know, moving and the process of moving houses is going to take a long time to complete. So I can't just be obsessed with finishing it right now, because it's not possible to go at that pace. Like we have to buy lots of furniture. We have to find things slowly that are meaningful to us to fill our home with. I don't want to just go to a store and buy a whole bunch of things and fill it up with not things that I love. So it's going to take a while. So I have to learn to look at things, know they're not done, and then let it go. And I will do that. It's a process. I think once we get the big move done, I'll be able to be feeling a bit more settled. But January certainly is full on. So I just wanted to update you. I'm here. Tomorrow I will probably take some more footage of me working and doing different things, and I will also do a tour. Yeah, that was all I think I wanted to update you on right now. Right now I'm going to head upstairs and get in bed and read, and I really would love to wake up tomorrow and feel very energized and like ready for a day of work. And I definitely want to go for a walk tomorrow as well. It's quite cold here and snowy. Well, there's not a ton of snow, but there is some snow. So I just didn't feel inclined today to go for a walk. We did go outside, but it was mostly from house to car to building to back to car, and then car back here. So I will do a little bit more of that tomorrow as well. So I'll try to get a bit of footage for you while I'm walking, and hopefully maybe on Thursday I will be able to give you some footage of the downtown and some different buildings. There's some beautiful buildings here, old buildings. There's some beautiful murals on some of the buildings, so I'm excited to check those out and show them to you. And yeah, just kind of get a feel for the Midwest. This is my first time here. So that is it for now, and I will check in again later. Okay, so there's lots of lovely art in the house. As you can see, I think both of these are by Kaylin Butine, who is one of the hosts of the Residency and the co-owner of the Kin House Art Gallery. So this is the main space that you walk into when you arrive at the house. So really great living room. I've been doing most of my stitching here at this table and sitting on the couch. Because I brought only handwork, it wasn't really necessary for me to work in the studio spaces, but I will show you the studio spaces. So you have the main door, lots of lovely art, as I said, and then you come into the dining room. There's still a lovely little tree set up for some holiday sparkle, as it is January. It's the first full week of January that I'm here. So there you go, nice spacious dining room. And then on this side, you have the kitchen. So pretty fully equipped, doesn't have a dishwasher, but you know, when you're by yourself, you don't really need a dishwasher anyway. You don't dirty that many dishes. And then there's a pass through here to get to the dining room area. So first I'll take you upstairs and then I'll take you downstairs. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs. Only 2 of them that I can show you today because the 3rd bedroom is not yet finished. So that's the room in there, and then some more really fun art. And then this is the other bedroom. I have not been sleeping in this bedroom. So my co-artist who's in the show with me will be sleeping here this evening and tomorrow evening. And then this is the bedroom that I've been staying in. And there's a nice like walk-in closet in this one. The rooms are really nice and warm, and it's quite sunny today, which is why I wanted to do the tour today as opposed to yesterday where it was a bit more gray. Nice bathroom, a really nice tub actually, and then one of those deeper tubs that you can have a nice soak in. All right, so we'll head back downstairs. Again, just some really nice art here. Okay. So let's go down to the inside the house studio. Like I said, there are 2 studio spaces. So this is the inside the house one, which is just getting a fresh coat of paint. So it's not completely finished. Okay, so this is the studio space here. You can see that there's a nice little sewing machine and a little table, so you could do lots of stuff here. And then this is a family-friendly residency, so you can see over here they have some toys and a whole chalkboard wall and a TV with DVD player for kids. And then there's also laundry over here. So this is the downstairs space. So if you wanted to just stay in this space the whole time, you could. And then you go out through this door to get to the outdoor studio, and I will show you that in a bit. All right, everyone, so this is the outdoor studio. It's a really great space, as you can see. Lots of room, and it has its own heating system. And it will have a sink in this corner. And it has this beautiful standing work table that has casters, which will also have a bench at it. But yeah, so this is the studio space. I didn't bring a ton of work that I could do out in a space like this, but I think it is quite exceptional and would be a really great space for someone coming for a residency. So yeah, here you go. Here is the tour of the outdoor studio. Hey everyone. So today is my last full day here at Kin House Residency, and last night was our opening reception for our show at the gallery, and my co-artist Jen has been here for the last 2 days, and we went to see some art. And the weather here has been very snowy, and so we probably didn't get the same crowd we would have gotten if it wouldn't have been so snowy out, but that's okay. It's been really great to be here and see this project come to a really nice conclusion, kind of tying a bow around it. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity to have been here, and it's been a very interesting time to be on a residency given the crazy pace of my life back home. And yeah, I'm pretty grateful for the opportunity overall. So I've finished 2 of the panels that I brought, and I'm going to finish the 3rd one today. And then I have to check into my flight and pack up, and I will probably be leaving here tomorrow around noon or so, between 12 and 12:30 to head to the airport. I'm really fingers crossed that my flights happen and that I don't miss any flights and that I don't have to wait for other flights. That has been kind of the most anxious part of this trip for me, has been the delays with the flights and the weather causing those delays. And I'm a kind of a nervous traveler anyway, so when there's like the potential for something like weather delays, I do get more anxiety about that. But I know that there's nothing I can do. I just have to go with the flow of travel, surrender to the reality of it. The other thing I might do today is I brought this little card, and I'm going to put my word of the year on here and kind of decorate it. And this month has been so strange in that I'm not going to be spending much time in my actual studio, but I do have to kind of evaluate once I get home how much work I have left on the panels for the community art project, because I think that I may need to hunker down and do some serious stitching on those in the next week. I don't really have the final date. I think I'm going to be dropping all the work off at the museum in the last week of January, because they're only taking the exhibit down, like the last day for the exhibit I believe is Sunday, and so they still have to take everything else down. And yeah. Excuse me. So that's where I am. I am anxious to get home now and get into the next stage of what'll be happening this week, which is finalizing everything for our move on Friday, and tying up loose ends and all those types of things, which feel kind of silly to do while I'm here, because I'm so far away. And that is it for this residency. This will be really my only residency of 2025. I am, I think, kind of technically doing a residency at the museum when I'm preparing the panels there, but none of those details have been finalized yet. So I'm not really going to call it a residency until I know that I'm actually going to be spending time there in any capacity. But in terms of a residency that I am traveling to and staying at, this will be the only one for this year. So it's nice to start off the year with so much going on. It's really rewarding. Yeah, okay, so I will check in again with you probably later in the vlog. Hey everyone, today is January 22nd, and I have not been vlogging. I have not been doing a lot of filming. It is just a bit insane. This is our new house. So yeah, I have been all over the place and not really able to concentrate on work, but I had to finish the community art piece because it is due Friday morning. So today's Wednesday, it's due Friday morning. So all of the hand stitching is now finished, and I have to take this to the studio tomorrow, and then I'm going to edge it, and I'm going to figure out how it's going to be held up. Still haven't really figured that out. I thought, I'll just put on some little quick fasteners on the back, which will be fine until they get heavy, and then I'm a little worried that the fasteners won't be strong enough to hold them. But I might just make that a me problem in the future and not worry about it right now, because I do need to get it to them so they can install. The opening of the exhibit is February 7th. And yeah, so I need to, tomorrow it'll be my first day in the studio, my second day in the studio in January. I'm not focusing on my art, but I'm really excited to get this done. And then Friday, I'm supposed to be having a session working on the clocking in project. So things are still happening. I'm still trying to maintain my practice, but of course it's very sporadic. Everything's very sporadic right now. So I just wanted to check in with you, let you know that, here we go. I'll let you see the panels. It's kind of hard to see them, see the extent of what they're going to look like this way, but they will look good and make sense later. They don't make sense right now, but they will make sense later. Once they're hung on the wall and once they have the symbols that are put on by the community art projects, then those will be on the panels, and then all the panels will be sewn together, and then I think it will make a lot of sense as a piece. But for now, it's a little bit disjointed looking, but I think still interesting enough to put up on the wall. So no guarantees as to when I will be filming again in this studio vlog. But know that I'm working as best I can and trying to figure out filming and such in this new kind of space and in this new era of us in 2025 in a new home. So I'll check in again soon. Hi everybody. I've been at the studio now for about 2 hours, and I've been working on some pillow cushions for my rec room. I had these old ones. These are the very old covers that were made when we commissioned our couch, our original couch, which we actually had to sell because it wouldn't fit down the stairs into the room we wanted to put it in. And these are very worn out, very tired cushions. And so what I did was I repurposed them into new ones. So this was originally a 24 by 24 cushion, but you know, these cushions get very, I'm sure you've had a cushion in your home that is similar, a pillow that is, the stuffing gets kind of worn, and this fabric that contains the stuffing kind of stretches, and so it loses a lot of its shape. And so I just cut off about 8 inches and made it into a smaller pillow form, and I will make the cover for it a bit smaller so that when it goes in there, it's going to be quite stuffed and quite firm again, and then over time it will continue to soften up. But it's just a way to make your textiles last a bit longer to do it this way. I don't want to go buy new cushions and keep and throw those in the landfill. They are still good, and so I chose this piece of fabric that I've had for a really long time. It's a Japanese design, and I loved it so much I never wanted to cut it up, or because I just really wanted to celebrate all these gorgeous abstract shapes inside of it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm quilting it on the machine with different colored threads, and yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning. I am going to work on this for a bit. I'll probably sew a line on before I go home, and I'm also going to prepare the landscape piece that I painted weeks ago now, like a month ago, more than a month ago, to take home to start doing the stitching on. So that will be what I bring home with me. And I most likely will not be back in this space until next week. Things are just super busy, and I can't, like, this is I'm glad to take this day. I do have to still finish cleaning my other, the place we've moved out of needs to have all the cleaning finished in it. So I still have to do that over the next few days in half-day intervals. So I would come on Friday if I thought I might have time, but it's only if I'm able to get the cleaning done that I can come on Friday. So that is my update for you today. Almost the end of January. Pretty crazy.